Persian civilization, do you think they followed Zoroastrianism?
Well, during the time of Alexander, there were Zoroastrians, yes. Before that, they were obviously pre-Zoroastrian, which means they were Hindus.
Okay.
Zoroaster was born Hindu, by the way. He was born in present-day Gandhar, which is present-day Afghanistan, which is historical Gandhar, part of India.
We had a Zoroastrian expert on the show.
Okay.
I know that Zoroastrians look at themselves as a sister religion to Hinduism.
I would say daughter religion to Vedic Hinduism.
A great movie recommendation I'd like to give at this point is 300. King Xerxes is shown in a very villainous way in the movie. But Xerxes, Darius, all these Persian kings are revered amongst the Parsi community.
It's a very Occidentalist version of what happened there. Xerxes, his name was Kshayarsha, but the Greeks called him Xerxes.
Modern day Iran is the core of ancient Persia.
It is the successor state of ancient Persia.
And I believe it was headquartered in Baghdad.
During Alexander's time, the capital city of Persia was Parshvapur. Today the Iranians call it Parsa. And they had other big cities under their dominion like Baghdad, like Damascus as well, by the way. Syria was under Persian control at that time.
Who was Zoroaster? What's his history? And who is Ahura Mazda, the god of Zoroaster? And what was the culture of Persia before him? So we don't quite know when this person, Zoroaster, lived. He most likely lived about 3,000 or so years ago, roughly, give or take. Yeah. So who was this? So Zarathustra either means yellow camel or old camel. Yeah. In Sanskrit. And Sanskrit was the language of ancient Persia. The old Persian language was like an upper branch dialect of Sanskrit. That's how it was. So Zarathustra means either yellow camel or old camel, or maybe golden camel or something like that. Yeah, that's what it means. Clearly, Ushtra means camel. So that's who he was. And now he came up with this religion. He said the great god Ahura. I don't know. He came to me in my dream or what. I don't know what the exact foundational myth is, but he was the first prophet and the first originator of a revealed religion, which is now called Zoroastrianism. And that was adopted by the Persian Empire, the Achaemenid Empire, the Hakshamanish Empire, and this cult, this religion, Zoroastrianism, became the state religion of Persia. So that's what it is. We don't know exactly when he lived. It's kind of lost in the mists of history. We don't know exactly when he lived. It's kind of lost in the mists of history. It is believed that he was born in Bahalik, in Balkh, which is present-day Afghanistan, which is presently in Afghanistan currently. I think that's where he was born. That's where he is believed to have been born, right? And somehow he was able to propagate his belief system, which is an inversion. The Zoroastrian belief system is essentially an inversion of the Vedic religion. So the devas in Vedic traditions, the devas have a positive connotation, and the asuras have a kind of slightly negative connotation. Not all asuras are bad, but asuras are kind of on the opposing side of the devas. So in the Zoroastrian system, the devas become the evil guys, and the asuras or ahuras become the good guys. That's how it is. And the greatest of the ahuras or asuras is Ahura Mazda, the great god, and that's how it is. But what people don't realize is that Zoroastrianism is not a monotheistic belief system. There's a multitude of gods and divinities and all that, right? So it is just as polytheistic as their ancestral religion was, Vedic Hinduism. So what was the culture of Persia before Zoroastrianism? Obviously, it was Hinduism, Vedic Hinduism. What we call Hinduism now, it was the Vedic culture, traditions, and if you want to call it religion. So before Zoroaster, before Zarathustra, the culture of Persia was the same as the culture of India. The Persians are descendants of an ancient Indian clan that was defeated in a great Vedic era battle, the battle of the 10 to 15 or 20 kings. It was more than 10. And one of these defeated clans was the Parshva clan, the Parshu or the Parshva clan, right? And they went westwards. They escaped. All of the clans that were defeated were expelled out of India. They had to escape in order to survive. It was the Bharatas under the great king Sudas who won this conflict. And because of that, India is now known as Bharat. So that's in brief. So the Persians are the descendants of the Parshva clan of the Rigvedic people. They were the descendants of Indians. And it's even today you see similarities in language, culture, and so on. Now the culture is obviously Shia, mostly Shia Islam. Yeah. but there are strata of culture that lie below that, and you can see some niche dynasty, the Achaemenid dynasty, and Cyrus, Darius were all Zoroastrians. Zoroastrians. They wrote about in their inscriptions the greatness of Ahura Mazda, etc. So the reason for this cultural shift is the emergence of Zoroaster, of Zarathustra, and for some reason his teachings and preachings were for some reason adopted very widely. We don't know what happened. It's all lost in the myths of time. I think Zarathustra was born in Bahlika, Balkh, perhaps, opposite in their culture. There's no doubt that India and Persia are the same people. They used to have the same Vedic customs. But between Cyrus's and Darius's reign, it all changed. And the Asuras, Ahura Mazda, and the Devas evil, Ahura Mazda good, Devas evil. So we know became opposite in their culture with the rise of Zoroaster. What's the reason for this sudden cultural shift? So, like I have said, yes, Persians are the Parshva people, and Zoroastrianism is the first revealed religion. So he claimed that he had a revelation from the great god Ahura Mazda, and he revealed this new religion, which was basically an inversion of Hinduism. So on the wrong side of good and evil, and the Devas are the ones who are virtuous. So in Zoroastrianism, they inverted this. So this was essentially a rebellion against the ancestral culture, against the old Hindu practices. So this is a genuine example of what a rebellion against Hinduism looks like. Buddhism is not a rebellion of any kind against Hinduism. Zoroastrianism is. So they inverted the roles of the Devas and the Asuras. So that's what happened. So this happened, we don't know exactly when